Hey everyone, I'm just going to show you how to find fair use images on the web. Fair use images, the process of finding those has changed and evolved since the past 20 years, really. So before we had, um, it was a little bit more difficult, maybe 15 years ago, to have fair use images that you could use, especially with a company, a for-profit company. So a lot of places like Corbett and some photo stock places were really the only place you could find fair use images and all of those are paid for and are they generate income through subscriptions and that kind of thing. And those places are still out there, but you can find so many more images on the web these days that are free. And if you do work for a company, a lot of times they do have a budget for images. So, for example, when I was working with package design, we purchased some images that we used on our packages that were more lifestyle kind of images, as well as we hired photographers in addition to some photographs that I took that we shipped products to. And those photographers would take pictures of the products in different environments that weren't available, like in Nashville, for example, on a subway or in a really nice car. So those kind of images obviously are very expensive, but if you don't have a budget for images, for some specific images, there are some things that you can do. So I'm just going to show you how to find images on Creative Commons. Creative Commons is a nonprofit that allows photographers to kind of tell users, say you're a photographer and you had some pictures that of your travels and you wanted to make it available for people to use for free with attribution, which most of these free images do request attribution, meaning that they have their name below the picture. So you can, these people will put their pictures out there and have it labeled through Creative Commons. It's kind of like a certification sort of thing. So Creative Commons can filter out images all in various locations. So if you go to search CC images, you can actually just go here, just like you go to Google Images, and you can search for, we'll just say mountain, since I've been using that a lot lately. Mountain. And then I have all these images to choose from that have the keyword mountain connected to it. So say I wanted to use this one right here, and when I'm hovering over it, you can see that this picture is found on Flickr. A lot of these images are actually, you're going to find them on Flickr. It's a pretty Creative Commons friendly site. And then it shows here what I'm allowed to do with this image. So I'm going to click on it just to show you exactly. So click on it and it says you're free to share, copy, and redistribute the material in any medium or format. You must give attribution. This can be for non-commercial purposes only, and no derivatives. So you cannot take this image and turn it into something else, like turn it black and white or transform it or cut it out or do anything like that with it. So it's a fair use image, but it has quite a few restrictions. And then some of these have less restrictions on them, and you can also go to filter, and you can filter out what you want to do with it. So you can, include pictures that you want to use for commercial purposes, or you want to modify or adapt. And then you can see that these are also included. This is just an easy way to find images that you can use. Obviously, when you're in school, you don't have to really worry about fair use as much because you're not making money off of it. But in the case that you want to use an image, like this one right here, for a nonprofit or for a for-profit, you can, this image right here just requires attribution. You can see the icons right here. It means that they have registered it through Creative Commons / through Flickr, and they just ask for attribution. So in order to find the attribution, the owner of the photograph, you'll have to go to the main source of the photograph, or you can click on info right here before you had to actually go to the main source, which would be in Flickr. But Creative Commons recently has made it a lot easier, and you can just include Andrew Deacon's name right here below. You can just include image by and then their name. And then you can link to other images that this person has taken. More than likely, they'll have some other images that you might want to use as well, and with the more than likely the same restrictions. So that's a little bit about using fair use and, kind of covering your bases when you're looking for images that you want to use but don't have a budget to pay for them. This is a fairly secure way to do that.